You're deep underground. The torchlight flickers against stone walls. Every shadow could be hiding something. You hear it before you see it. That hiss, that unmistakable shh that makes your stomach drop. Your fingers freeze over the keyboard. Your heart actually speeds up. For half a second, you forget you're playing a game. This is anxiety, real anxiety. The exact same system that kept your ancestors alive 100,000 years ago, firing at full strength over a bunch of pixels. And here's the thing. Minecraft isn't creating something new. It's revealing something ancient. Something hardwired so deep into your brain that a block game can hijack it completely. Welcome to Sapien. Today, we're using Minecraft to decode one of the most misunderstood systems in the human body: anxiety. And by the end, you'll understand why your brain treats a creeper in a cave exactly like it would treat a lion in the dark. Let's go back, way back, before Minecraft, before computers, before civilization. Picture yourself 100,000 years ago. You're Homo sapiens, living in small tribal groups on the African savanna. And here's your daily reality. Everything wants to eat you. Lions, hyenas, leopards, crocodiles, even other humans. And the worst part? Most of these predators hunt at night, in the dark, when you can't see. So your brain developed a system, not to react to danger, but to anticipate it, to scan for threats before they strike, to stay on edge in situations where something might go wrong, even if nothing has happened yet. This system is called anxiety, and it's not a bug, it's a feature. The evolutionary biologist, Randolph Nessa, calls this the smoke detector principle. Your anxiety is designed to have false alarms, because in the wild, the cost of one false alarm, feeling scared when there's no lion, is basically nothing, a little wasted energy. But the cost of missing one real lion? Death. So natural selection didn't give you a calm, rational threat assessment system. It gave you one that overreacts, one that treats uncertainty like danger, one that fires early and often, even when you're probably safe. And the engine of this system? A tiny almond-shaped structure deep in your brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is your ancient threat detector. It's faster than conscious thought. When you hear a rustling in the bushes, your amygdala triggers your body before you even know what the sound was. Heart rate spikes, breathing quickens, muscles tense, blood flows away from digestion and toward your legs. This is the fight or flight response, and it happens automatically. Now here's where it gets interesting. The amygdala doesn't just react to visible threats. It reacts to potential threats, to uncertainty, to darkness, to the feeling that something could be wrong. Because for your ancestors, not knowing usually meant not safe. If you couldn't see into the cave, you assumed predators. If you heard a sound you didn't recognize, you assumed danger. If the night was too quiet, you assumed ambush. Your brain evolved to fill in the blanks with worst-case scenarios. Not because it's pessimistic, but because that's what kept you alive. And this brings us to a critical point. Darkness itself is a trigger. When early humans lost visibility, they became vulnerable. Nocturnal predators had the advantage. So fear of the dark isn't some childish irrationality. It's an evolved survival response. Your ancestors who weren't afraid of the dark, they didn't survive long enough to become your ancestors. This is why uncertainty and darkness are such powerful drivers of anxiety. They hijack the same ancient circuitry that once protected humans from very real, very deadly threats. And this is exactly what Minecraft taps into. Okay, fast forward to today. You boot up Minecraft, survival mode, hardcore if you're brave. The sun sets, the screen darkens, you're in a cave, and suddenly, without you consciously deciding to feel it, anxiety creeps in. Why? Because Minecraft, completely by accident, recreated the exact environmental conditions your anxiety system evolved to handle. Let's break it down. First, darkness and limited visibility. In an unlit cave, you can't see more than a few blocks ahead. Mobs can spawn anywhere in the darkness. You know they're out there. You just don't know where. This is uncertainty. And uncertainty is the amygdala's favorite food. Your ancestors couldn't see predators in the dark either. So your brain learned to treat "I can't see" as "I'm in danger." And in Minecraft, that same program runs. Even though you know it's a game, your body doesn't care. The amygdala fires anyway. Second, ambient soundscape. Minecraft is smart about audio. You hear distant groans, footsteps, the ambient hiss of lava, subtle cues that something is near, but you don't know what or how close. This is anticipatory fear. The scariest moment in any horror experience isn't the jump scare, it's the buildup. The moment before. The not knowing. Studies on horror games show that players' heart rates spike during suspense, not just during attacks. The amygdala stays active the whole time, scanning, vigilant, waiting for the threat to reveal itself. Minecraft does this perfectly. The game doesn't need to constantly throw mobs at you. It just needs to remind you that they could be there. Third, meaningful loss. In Minecraft, mistakes have consequences. You lose health, you lose items. In hardcore mode, you lose everything. This activates the same risk assessment systems your ancestors used when deciding whether to explore a new area or hunt a dangerous animal. The stakes feel real because your brain treats in-game loss as a proxy for real loss. And here's the kicker. The way you respond to this anxiety in Minecraft mirrors the exact strategies humans evolved in the real world. What do you do when you're anxious in a dark cave? You place torches, you create light to shrink the unknown zone where threats can hide. You build walls, you construct safe bases, choke points, and escape routes, the same way early humans modified terrain and built shelters to reduce exposure to predators. You avoid risks at first, then gradually expose yourself as you gain resources and confidence, a natural form of graded exposure therapy. You're not just playing a game. You're running the same threat management software your species has been running for hundreds of thousands of years. Minecraft is a benign threat simulation. It lets your ancient anxiety system activate in an environment where the danger isn't real, but the feeling is, and that's why it works so well. Quick thing, if your amygdala is firing right now from pure existential dread about being a barely evolved savanna ape trapped in a modern world, go ahead and hit that like button. It won't fix your anxiety, but it'll tell the algorithm that other anxious apes might enjoy this too. Subscribe if you want more videos where we use block games to explain why your brain is a beautiful disaster. Okay, back to the cave. Here's the problem. Your amygdala, that ancient threat detector, hasn't been updated in about 100,000 years. It was built for a world of predators, rival tribes, and physical dangers, a world where threats were immediate, visible, and life or death. But you don't live in that world anymore. You live in a world of emails, deadlines, social media notifications, vague career anxieties, existential dread about climate change, and whether you're living your life correctly. None of these things will kill you. But your amygdala doesn't know that, so it treats an unanswered text like a lion in the grass. It treats a work presentation like a life or death confrontation. It treats uncertainty about the future the same way it treats darkness in a cave. This is the evolutionary mismatch. Your brain is running software designed for a different operating system. And the result? Chronic anxiety, overthinking, panic attacks over things that aren't actually dangerous. You're not broken, you're just mismatched. And here's where Minecraft becomes oddly therapeutic. Because in Minecraft, your anxiety has a clear target. It's not vague dread about your future. It's a skeleton in the dark. It's not abstract social rejection. It's a creeper about to explode. And you can do something about it. You can place a torch, build a wall, fight back. In the real world, anxiety often feels pointless because the threats are invisible and unsolvable. But in Minecraft, your ancient survival brain gets to do what it was designed to do: assess risk, plan, and act. It's anxiety with a resolution, and weirdly, that can feel good. So, where does this leave us? If we understand that anxiety is an ancient system running in a modern world, what do we do with that knowledge? First, it changes how we see ourselves. Anxiety isn't a personal failure. It's not weakness. It's evidence that your ancestors survived. They were vigilant, cautious, and quick to fear. You inherited a brain that kept people alive. The fact that it sometimes overreacts in a world of Zoom calls and Twitter drama, that's just a side effect of being a species that evolved too fast for its own wiring. Second, it opens the door to better interventions. Therapies like exposure therapy work because they retrain the amygdala. They teach your brain that the dark isn't always dangerous, that uncertainty doesn't always mean threat, and games like Minecraft They might actually serve as low-stakes practice environments for managing fear. You get to feel anxiety, confront it, and succeed, all without real danger. In the future, we might even use VR and game-like simulations deliberately for anxiety treatment, controlled environments where your ancient brain can learn new patterns in safety. And maybe, just maybe, as we continue merging with technology, we'll develop tools that help us regulate these ancient systems more consciously. Brain-computer interfaces, neurofeedback, anxiety management through real-time data. We're still running 100,000-year-old hardware, but we're starting to understand the code. So next time you're in a dark Minecraft cave, heart pounding, scanning shadows for threats that might not even be there, remember this: that feeling isn't random. It's not a glitch. It's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, protecting an ancient version of you that once lived in a world where the dark really was full of predators, where uncertainty really was deadly, where vigilance really did keep you alive. Your anxiety isn't wrong. It's just a little confused about what year it is. And maybe that's okay, because understanding where it comes from, understanding that you're carrying the survival instincts of countless generations who fought, hid, and endured so that you could be here, makes it feel less like a burden and more like a story. The story of us, past, present, and future, still learning how to be human in a world we weren't designed for, one torch at a time. If you want to understand more about why your brain does what it does, subscribe. We explain humans through science, evolution, and the world around us. See you in the next one.